These days, I think it's safe to say that hot dogs tend to get something of a lowbrow reputation as a food made out of ingredients like beaks and snouts, consumed in something of a, dare I say, undignified fashion. However, what we've come to know as the American hot dog started out very differently, as far back as 500 BC. The word sausage itself originates from salsus, meaning salted in Latin, and was enjoyed during the Roman Empire. But even before that, one of the earliest references to this food was in Homer's Odyssey from the 9th century BC. From there, sausage eventually came to Austria and Germany in the 17th century, where it became known as the Wienerwurst, or Vienna sausage, from the German Bratwurst family. As people traveled to the New World, European butchers, largely German immigrants, brought what came to be known as the Dachshund sausage to America. We wondered how these original late 19th century hot dogs may have tasted, and with the help of a European butcher, set out to recreate the dish.
Finally, it's time to challenge myself to prepare another American legend, hot dogs.
There are multiple theories as to when and how the hot dog first came into circulation. One report says that a German immigrant sold them in New York City's brewery in the late 1860s. Another claims that German butcher Charles Feltman opened the first hot dog stand on Coney Island in 1871. Whatever the case, hot dogs became a staple of American culture. People liked it because it was cheap, easy to eat, and conveniently available. By the 20th century, they caught on like wildfire. Vendors were selling hot dogs like nobody's business, in push carts, out of stands, and even hauling around portable water tanks full of them. These vendors are actually where the hot dog name came from. As people passed by, they shouted, "Get your Dachshund sausages! Get 'em red hot!" Eventually, a cartoonist illustrated a scene of a bunch of barking dogs nestled in buns. Hot dogs caught on as their new name, replacing the original, more German-sounding name from public memory.
So this hot dog I decided to make in two versions. One that you would find usually at the store, and the other one that in my opinion is a little bit more authentic. I prepared two types of buns. First one is this contemporary. This is like smooth looking, very fluffy. This is what you can get at store. And this one is more like homemade. It's harder, it's not as soft, but it's also milk bun as well.
Just as with the hot dog, there are many stories of how the hot dog bun came about. One story suggests that Bavarian vendor Anton Fustwanger needed something to hold during the 1904 World's Fair Louisiana Purchase Exposition and commissioned his brother-in-law, a baker, to make something for him. He came up with a long, soft roll that fit the meat. And this was the birth of the hot dog bun. However, it absolutely needs to be pointed out that hot dog PhD historian Bruce Craig denies this narrative, saying that Germans always ate hot dogs with bread and brought that practice with them into American culture.
Actually, I'm not sure how they were prepared in New York back then, because in some pictures, like old pictures, you can see that they were kind of grilling the hot dogs, and in the other ones they had a big pot. So that's confusing to me, and to make it even more authentic, I will do it in these two ways.
This might be a good moment to talk about what's inside a modern hot dog. You see, early hot dogs and its European ancestors were traditionally made from finely chopped pork and beef in the casing of sheep's intestines with herbs and spices. This was to protect the meat from airborne bacteria and to make it easier to digest. Today, however, hot dogs are made with meat trimmings from one or more animals that are blended together and stuffed into a cellulose tube before they are cooked and the casing is removed. Unfortunately, what goes inside a hot dog has dramatically changed. They often consist of meat trimmings that come from an animal's head, feet, liver, fatty tissue, and other low-grade muscles, not to mention blood. Basically, if a hot dog's packaging says that it contains byproducts, it may include animal snout, lips, eyes, or brains. Before being put into its casing, the meat mixture is mixed with water and fat to double the amount of hot dog made. Call me a cynic, but that's a far cry from the hot dog sausages we fell in love with way back when.
The sausage is ready and I'm going to grill the buns.
At a certain point, hot dogs became so popular in Coney Island that people began eating them competitively. The consensus is that the tradition started at Nathan's in 1916 and has been held annually on the 4th of July from there. Apparently, the contest was originally started as a way to settle a dispute among 4 immigrants who wanted to prove their patriotism by eating hot dogs. The winner, Jim Mullen, consumed 13 hot dogs in 12 minutes.
Let's start with the contemporary one. In States, I've seen all kinds of toppings. Sauerkraut, pickle, lettuce, tomato, cheese, name it. First comes sausage, then comes sauce. A little bit of everything. I haven't had hot dog for ages. Let's move on to this more traditional and authentic one. So for that, I'm not going to use toppings. Actually, I'm not sure if they were even using sauces, but you know, the hot dog needs to stick to something. This is different sausage. It's not exactly hot dog sausage, however, it has a lot of flavors. It's not so smooth, and in my opinion, it's something that they would serve back then.
In today's society, hot dogs are synonymous with baseball games, 4th of July parties, and backyard barbecues. People gag at hot dog eating contests and laugh at hot dog mascots. Diners cover their dogs with a variety of toppings like sauerkraut or mayo, mustard, ketchup, and relish. Different places have adopted different styles of the dog, from Chicago to New York, from beef to chicken, and from classic to corn. Whatever name it goes by, the hot dog has become an integral part of American culture.
So I am very curious, what is the result of my challenge with the legend?
The hot dog looks very, very simple. In fact, I think most Americans, let's be honest, most people would be disappointed with this hot dog because it's nothing but a bun, a hot dog that you can't even see, and ketchup. However, I'm not going to be prejudiced against this hot dog because we've tried a lot of things from the old times that were very simple, and simple meant very good. So let's give it a try. In summary, if you want to be a little more adventurous, 19th century hot dogs, not all that bad.
It's going to be messy.